Doc Rich back at it again, and on the surgeon's table today, we got the answer to something that has been going around for quite some time now. Something that I've personally spoken out against, something that I've called ignorant, and something that I've been called a cracker lover for. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But we getting the answer to M responding to if he's a guest in the House of Hip Hop and how he feels about it, which is just ignorant to me, in my humble opinion. Because if we want to talk about being a guest in rap, then we have to flip that coin, and we all as a black individual, that means LeBron becomes a guest in basketball. MJ, Magic, Kobe, they're all guests in basketball. None of them can be the greatest because they're guests. You know, Larry Bird's the greatest of all time, not MJ. You know, like that, how ignorant of a statement does that? You know what I mean? It's an ignorant statement. It's like saying Serena isn't the best at tennis because she's black and she's a guest. Have you seen Serena play? I don't even follow tennis like that, but let me tell you something. When Serena step on the court, she be out there killing. Out there killing. When Tiger Woods step on the golf course, who we watching? But he can't be mentioned amongst the greats, or can't ever be a great because he's black. He's a guest. Come on, man. Usain Bolt. Come on. Let's be real here, and don't nobody own none of that shit. I don't give a damn if you purple, like I've said before. If you the best at what it is that you do, regardless of who may have created it. If you the best, you the best. Simple and plain. Simple and plain. But let's see what M got to say, man.
And being that much of a,
Oh, by the way, we gonna be busting down this entire interview probably in 20-minute segments, like part 1, part 2, part 3 type situation. So yeah, stay tuned for those.
A part of the culture, history books are gonna definitely put you as one of the greatest of all time.
Facts.
How do you feel about the concept of white rappers being a guest in the House of Hip Hop?
Well, I mean, that's the funny thing.
What you got to say, my brother?
I don't know if I've got a chance to say this yet, but the funny shit is, like, I with the whole beef of a certain person.
Right.
I never said I wasn't a guest.
Right.
Like, I'm absolutely a guest. Like, I never said I wasn't.
Right.
Interesting take.
I never said I was king of anything. Right? Like, right. I had a song called Kings Never Die, but
Humble.
It wasn't me saying. That was one of the beats that Khalil sent me with the hook on it. That was the
right.
concept of the song, and I'm like, I can't say I'm the king of hip hop.
Right.
I could just say, so I threw Run DMC in there, Jam Master Jay. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like, and was trying to, like, because I never want to be, like, I don't want to be the king of hip hop. Who the fuck is the king of hip hop?
Yeah.
Like, is there a king of hip hop? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel.
I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going with this, and this is one thing that between me and a couple of my homies, as far as we've had a lot of basketball debates, like who's the greatest basketball player of all time and things like that. And like I tell you all the time, I ain't perfect. After Kobe's passing, we just came to the conclusion that we're done debating about who's the greatest basketball player of all time. We just appreciating greatness, instead of getting caught up in the back and forth. Oh, so and so did this, but so and so had such and such mentality and did this and did that. But hey, such and such got this many rings and this many points and blah blah blah. Just appreciate greatness. Just appreciate the moment. They're all great in their own rights, and I think that's where he's clearly about to go with this discussion. Is just that it doesn't matter. Like that debate is always going to be subjective. It's always going to be up to whoever is in the debate. You know what I mean? Whoever is debating the topic, as far as who the best is. So at the end of the day, I think I think he's. I mean, if he is going this direction, I think he's on the right path. You know, and that's coming from somebody who has been adamant in saying he's the greatest of all time. I think we just should. He's right. You know, we should just appreciate greatness, and there's no true king. We just have some great MCs that have come through and did their thing. You know, I can agree with that. You know, I've taken that stance on basketball. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to take it in rap. You know, he's still like, if we were gonna put together a top 10 list, you know what I mean, or a top 20 list, he's definitely on that list. If we're not just putting them in order, he's definitely on that list of people, for sure. I can appreciate. Hold on, let me finish.
People would say just because you sell the most records doesn't mean you're the best. Just
That's a
because
fact.
you can rap 40 million syllables doesn't mean you're the best.
That is a fact. That is a fact. Those two things on their own do not mean that you're the greatest. Just because you sell the most records doesn't mean that you're the greatest by itself. Just because you can rap fast as hell, you know what I'm saying, you know, doesn't mean you're the greatest. I agree with that 100%.
I care more about rhyming the syllables. You know what I'm saying? Like I care more about the craft than any of the other.
And that shows. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
It goes back to those who know. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. And,
Facts.
I just don't. I don't get it sometimes. You know what I mean? I watch these rap media so-called critics and some music journalists.
So-called critics.
So many of your
Trader
bars
Joe.
and your messages goes over their heads, and you know they.
Facts.
Even with the content conversation.
Like people who called Walk on Water trash. We ain't gonna say no names, but the whole message of that song just no substance. It's just garbage. Smoking crack.
I mean, you've been having content since day one. You got songs to prove it.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
It's
We just
like-
checked out
sometimes
Bitophobia,
I'm like,
his
what
first track ever. Y'all said it was his first track ever. Bars, content since day one.
What is content? What are you talking about? What do you want me to talk about? Think about the first time you heard Rakim, right?
I think
When
y'all
people
sent me a
make these
Rakim
lists.
track that I need to check out
And
too.
he's always on the list, but he's also always on my list because, to me, greatness is not only how well you do something, but if you were the first to do it. Rakim was the first person that I heard that started using like inside rhyme schemes
Right.
and coming back at the end and hitting the, you know what I'm saying? So he did something that hadn't even been thought of yet.
Original.
Yeah, it was like, and he
Pioneer.
single-handedly pushed the genre forward to be more complex lyrically, and
Absolutely.
then he birthed fucking Kane and G-Rap, right?
Right.
And man, like those two will always be on my list too, because like Kane was doing confuse and lose, abuse and bruise the crews who choose to use my name wrong will pay dues.
Woo.
Man, come on, nobody was doing that.
Nobody
like
was
that
doing
was
that.
every single fucking word he said
Yeah.
rhymed, and
Yeah,
he just
exactly.
made a sentence with it. Like
And that made sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
every person who's a fan of hip hop might feel like hip hop is about something different, right? It ain't about lyrics. It's about
That's
how
the truth.
good you flow in your cadence.
And that's why I said we should just appreciate greatness, because he is right about that. Everyone is gonna have their different opinion. Some people are gonna say, "Oh, record sales means that you're the greatest." Oh, no. Your rhyme schemes mean that you're the greatest. Oh, no. Your impact means that you're the greatest. Whoever was the first that did it was the you know what I mean? So yeah, let's just appreciate greatness. I respect that.
Right.
Or it ain't like, but it's it's just about the beat is dope and just having a message over it. That could be
Sonically,
your
how it
opinion
is.
of what hip hop is about. My
Right.
opinion is hip hop is about lyricism, and the greats who we put up on the pedestal, right? That's what they were about, and that was the beauty of us being able to learn how to do it and learn from them, right? So
Yeah.
like,
Do you ever agree with any of the top 50 lists that circulate on the internet?
All right, we're gonna stop it there. Because we gonna bust down that entire interview in 3 separate videos because it's an hour long. So yeah, those gonna be some decently long videos as is, even busting them down. But yeah, man, like I said, I can definitely appreciate his angle towards it. As far as I think he was being a little bit humble, and I respect that. But I can also appreciate, you know, what he said, and just you know, what I was reiterating earlier in the video, and just appreciating greatness. You know, forgetting about the arguments and the back and forth. We just appreciate greatness. He's one of the greats, and that can't be debated. I think anybody and everybody who listens to rap and appreciates the artistry of hip hop can agree that he's one of the greatest of all time, without a doubt. Not putting anybody in any type of order or anything like that, but when you mention the greats, you got to mention M. You know what I'm saying? His name is part of that discussion at all times. Even when we talk about some of the haters and the naysayers and the people that supposedly hate him, I think even they would agree that yeah, he belongs in that list. So yeah, man, let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section. Like I said, I've adopted that thought process as far as basketball goes. You know, especially after the tragic passing of the great Kobe the Bean, man. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Gigi and all the rest of the people that lost their life on that helicopter as well. But yeah, I could see the switch, you know, from going to the constant debate, oh, M is the greatest, to we just appreciate greatness, regardless. I'm done with the debating and the arguing back and forth and the trying to convince people and stuff like that, man. I can agree with that. Life is too short for that shit, you know? Life is too short. I'm just out here trying to appreciate greatness, you know? But anyway, let me know what y'all thought about it in the comment section below. Make sure you guys, as always, leave a like before you go. Smack the subscribe button that's right over there, as you guys already know. And of course, family, check out the video that's right over there too. You might like it. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Doc Rich, I'm out.